What's up, TTC? It's your man Uptown. I came back to do this video because I've been wanting to do a video to recap the draft and everything. This is my recap video and my opinions and things of how the draft went for the New Orleans Saints. In our first round pick, we picked Marcus Davenport. It was kind of like, a pick that was destined to happen. The Guy family from New Orleans. His dad is a lifelong Saints fan, and so was his college coach, who's also from New Orleans. He was the second-rated pass rusher behind Nick Chubb in the draft. All offseason, the Saints have shown an interest to try and bring in a pass rusher and or a defensive tackle to improve the defensive line. I think that this particular draft pick should be the final piece that we need in order to solidify our defensive line. Now our defensive line features 3 number 1 draft picks in Cam Jordan, Sheldon Rankins, and now Marcus Davenport. I expect to see improvement within that defensive line almost immediately, especially considering the experience that Cam Jordan and Sheldon Rankins both now share. If things go right the way that I envision the defensive line to be, it looks like it's going to be Cam Jordan, Sheldon Rankins, Tyler Davison, and hopefully Marcus Davenport can solidify himself into that position and win that position outright in training camp. I like the guy. He has tremendous size. He fits the mold of what we need from our defensive ends, because our defensive ends need to have that type of size, because we don't only rely on our defensive ends to rush the passer, we also rely on them to set the edge and stop the run. We did give up number 1 draft pick in next year's draft, which hopefully by acquiring Marcus Davenport, it won't be that high of a draft pick anyway, so it won't seem like a total loss. However, it's a risk-reward situation involved in getting this guy. We risked a whole lot because we kind of sacrificed draft pick in next year's draft for this guy. But what we have to realize is this, man, is that pass rusher is becoming one of the most important positions on the field. As a matter of fact, I would dare say that it's the most important position right after the quarterback on the football team now. Because you need a quarterback who can make it happen, who can score points, and you need somebody who can affect the other team's quarterback, which we haven't had in quite a while. We only had Cam Jordan, and you know that they can double team on him and do all kind of things to take him out of the game. Now having this additional guy, maybe that won't put so much pressure on Cam Jordan now. Also, I was happy that when we moved up, because I was a little nervous that we were going to select Lamar Jackson. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Lamar Jackson is a fabulous player. I think that he's going to be a great player in the NFL. However, I did not think that that's what we needed, considering that we had just signed Drew Brees to an extension, at least for the next 2 years, and the fact that I think that we really made out with, because I think that we may potentially have the quarterback of the future already on our roster, with Taysom Hill and JT Barrett, undrafted rookie free agent. So I think we made out in that deal, because had we selected Lamar Jackson, eventually we was going to have to pay this guy a lot of money. And we was going to have to see if his productivity from college translated to the NFL. We did not have a 2nd round pick in this draft. So in the 3rd round, we selected a wide receiver out of Central Florida by the name of Taquan Smith. I seen some tape on the guy. He has pretty good hands. He has nice speed. It's an area of need, because once when Willie Snead signed to the Baltimore Ravens, then that left the roster position open. And I hope that he can come in and solidify himself and contribute right away. In the 4th round, we selected a tackle out of Florida by the name of Rick Leonard. And this is a valuable pick. We're going to need that pick, because we lost some of our depth on offensive line with the loss of Sino Kelemete, who were able to play multiple positions in the interior of the offensive line. So we needed depth at that position. I don't know how soon that this guy can get on the field. We usually do a good job in that area. I don't find this to be a wasted draft pick, because we are pretty good at selecting and developing players on the offensive line. I hope that he can play multiple positions, because at tackle right now, those spots are currently solidified to Ron Armstead and Ryan Ramsey. In the 5th round, we selected a safety named Natrell Jameson out of Wisconsin. According to Sean Payton, this guy can play multiple positions in the defensive backfield. Not only can he play safety, he can also play corner. Sean Payton even indicated that he drafted him with the ideal of him playing corner. So maybe this guy provide us valuable depth at corner and at safety. Probably come in and play right away if he can play pretty good on special teams. In the 6th round, we drafted a cornerback named Kareem Moore out of Boston College. Again, I think that this pick was to add depth to the defensive backfield behind the young defensive backfield that we have in Ken Crawley, Marshawn Lattimore. That's to provide valuable depth, just like I was saying with Jameson. Hopefully this guy can come in and contribute right away, at least on special teams. In the 6th round, we selected a running back named Boston Scott out of Louisiana Tech. If you see this guy look like he's in the mode of, say, a Darren Sproles, more of that type of running back. Although I see that he has the ability to run in between the tackles, this guy look like he might be more dangerous out in space. And I think that he's another guy that can come in and contribute right away on special teams. He looked like he has kick returner and punt returner written all over him. He also looked like he has the speed and the agility to excel at that position. In the 7th round, we did something that we haven't did in quite a while that probably would make a lot of people in Louisiana happy. We selected Will Clapp out of LSU. It's been a while since we selected a player out of LSU. I think we selected a fabulous player. I got a chance to watch this guy play. Most of the time that he played at LSU, I think he was maybe like a 3-year starter, if I'm not mistaken. But he contributed to LSU offensive line in a major way. Maybe he can come in and provide valuable depth to play guard, and he can also play center, and that's an area that I think that you always need depth at. So that was good for the Saints, and it was also good for LSU, a good pick for the state of Louisiana. We had such a outstanding draft last year. I don't think this draft really needed to address any holes. It was mainly for depth. The main part of the draft that was really needed was getting that edge rusher in Marcus Davenport. That's all I really have to say about that. Now, let me address the Chiquita banana in the room, if you will. To be honest with you, right, I don't even look at too many videos and shit anymore because a lot of these videos aren't any good. Of course, when you're scanning through videos and shit, you see some shit with your name in it, so you check it out, right? I've long stopped looking at videos and shit from real trash, puto, a long time ago. Because, you know, it's redundant. You say the same shit. He always trying to create some type of controversy so he can get views and shit. He's probably one of the original TTC attention whores, okay? So I'm looking at his video and he breaking down, you know, talking shit about Deshaun Parks, you know, talking shit about me, trying to call us a bitch, when this is what really a bitch do.
Yo, how did he go out? He went out like a bitch!
Man, you a lying motherfucker, man. Show me where I was doing all this fucking Dow Jones shit you was talking about I was doing with my team. I did a motherfucking draft recap video and shit last season. And I said that we had a good draft and shit like that. But nobody knows what that shit gonna translate like during the regular season. You see, you try so hard, bro, but you just a whack motherfucker. You see? You know, trying to say that because motherfuckers make off-season and preseason predictions and all this kind of shit, that's supposed to make them more knowledgeable about a fucking team. Le puto be lying. You notice this motherfucker here, he's always the one that says shit that only makes sense unto himself. Le puto be lying. You understand? This guy here is probably the classic fucking narcissist.
Yo, how did he go out? He went out like a bitch!
And what's tripped out is this, right? Is that he accused me of being a fucking bully. Lil Puto be lying. And I'm not saying shit to Cat. You understand? Cat trying to antagonize me. You understand? It's funny and shit. Motherfuckers see what they want to see. And the only reason why he's saying this shit is because recently in our little Twitter chat, I showed him and shit how fucking lousy and horrible the motherfucking yucks are. Lil Puto be lying. Think about this, right? He cannot talk about the fucking yucks because they horrible. He can't talk about, any team in this old division. Here it is, the Saints, the punk-ass Panthers, and the Falcons made the fucking playoffs, and your fucking team lost double-digit games.
Yo, how did he go out? He went out like a bitch.
Lil Puto be lying. You motherfucking hard knock, living, crab legs drafting motherfuckers lost double-digit games. And you know what his pride and joy is, right? Is that they beat the Saints in one of those games that they won last year. Out of one of the 5. He brags on that shit like it was the best thing that happened. It's almost akin to their fucking Super Bowl fucking victory. Because he knows that the Saints own them bitches. Lil Puto be lying. We have won more games against the motherfucking Tampa Gay Yucks than any fucking team that we played ever in the NFL. And you can look that up. We own them bitches. And it doesn't matter where they was at or what area it was in. Even when they had fucking Warren Sapp and Simeon Rice and John Lynch and all them motherfuckers and shit, we still was putting our foot in their motherfucking ass. Lil Puto be lying. So what he talking about? Some shit that happened in the fucking hangout. You notice he don't even have all that motherfucking rah-rah talk no more and shit about his motherfucking yucks.
Yo, how did he go out? He went out like a bitch.
Another thing too, right? Ever since real trash Puto been in the damn TTC, his team ain't never been to the playoffs. Lil Puto be lying. Look that shit up. And they have had multiple double-digit loss seasons. Look that shit up too. I think maybe you need to stop making fucking videos. Maybe your team might get better if you stop making videos. Lil Puto be lying, huh? Mr. NFL 2K, Mr. Academics. And I really trip off from the hypocrisy of this motherfucker. He say all this shit that he was saying all this shit while listening to that Illuminati influenced ass fucking music that he don't like. Lil Puto be lying. When I hear your videos, I expect to hear gospel or fucking folk music, shit like that. I don't expect you to hear that Illuminati shit that you don't fucking like. Lil Puto be lying. And you expect us to take you seriously? And why is it, right, that we always got these motherfuckers and shit who retired from the TTC? Lil Puto be lying. But now they want to say so much and talk about how shit should go in the TTC. Nobody gives a fuck about what you saying. If you retire, motherfucker. Lil Puto be lying. You understand? Huh? Real trash Puto? Huh? The bitch pick? Lil Puto be lying. No fucking way. You don't know shit about football. You've been telling us every fucking year that your team is gonna win the division, go to the Super Bowl and all that shit. And that's supposed to constitute that you know about football. Lil Puto be lying when all your team do is lose double-digit games and end up in the basement of the fucking NFC South. That's a one constant.
Yo, how did he go out? He went out like a bitch.
The constant is that this planet is gonna rotate, that everyone is gonna die one day, that people pay taxes, and that the yucks is gonna end up in the basement of the NFC South. Now that's some bitch shit. You got the nerve to be talking about the fucking Patriots who, I think they didn't win their division some 15 or 16 times. And in the same span, you motherfuckers have been in the fucking basement of the NFC South. Lil Puto be lying.
Yo, how did he go out? He went out like a bitch.
So ever since they've been doing whatever they've been doing over there, that cheating or whatever that shit you calling it that they doing, or whatever, I don't even want to get into none of that. The whole while, your fucking yucks have been in the basement of the NFC South. Lil Puto be lying. So, say what you want. Get on your TMZ shit and do your academics fucking video. You already was being fucking Chiquita Belita, my little puto. Now you can try and be another old punk motherfucker, academics, who support the rainbow gay motherfuckers and shit like Tekashi 6ix9ine, which I'm not surprised that you would do. And that's all I really have to say. Oh yeah, who that, baby? For life.